Right, so we're prepared to do our detailed check of these connections under the chassis. So what I have done is I have cut off and stuck together the parts lists so they are all together. So we haven't got to go scratching around on different sheets of paper. Right. Also we've got the under chassis plan telling us where the parts are or were, and we've got the chassis which is now round the same way as the supplement components layout, and then we have our schematic. Now before we go on, I want to point out something. This might not be exactly the right schematic, because here, if you look, the IF stages, this one here, hang on, we've got it around the right way, haven't we? Yeah. This is all to do with the box. All this whole section is the box, and these are the connections to go into the rest of the radio. That's this end. Okay. This is the section from here. Where are we? From here to here is the section that we're working on. This is the audio section. And in this section, you got IF CAN, FM, AF CAN, AM. And I don't know if that's a separate IF CAN or not, but there's also got on there AM. This is our ferrite rod and our aerial and the circuitry surrounding that. This is the tuning capacitor. These two here and these say that it's tuned. That would be the ferrite rod. These are the coils, I think. I might not have read that correctly, but anyway. So what we're going to do in pen, because pencil doesn't mark up very well on this schematic for everybody to see, including me. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the list, look at where the parts are, write the values down on the schematic, and then check the connections against the chassis. So that's what we're doing next. Hello, it's been quite a few days since I've managed to get back to this radio. Been getting tired again, but I've had 4 nights of decent sleep, so been able to possibly think a bit more clearly. I thought I'd show you this. This is my original solder sucker, going right back to the early days. All metal. Still works, it's just that it's very, very stiff with the type of grease that I've used inside. So at a later date, I'm going to clean it, clean all the muck out of it, so there's no grease left in it at all. And then I'm going to use, when I find out where I'll put it, I'm going to use this Vaseline. Just a little bit. And it'll give me an extra solder sucker to use, especially when I've lost the other one. But even that one is just slightly, well, I think it might be slightly bigger. Only slightly, more or less the same. Right, also, now that I'm better rested over the last few days, I've been thinking about this radio a lot more. And I've come to the conclusion that there's certain parts of the circuit that was working before, and trying to remember what the changes were. So that's what I'm going to have a look at next. Okay, the area of interest for me is I know that this part of the circuit here, all of this, as far as I can remember, when we switched it on and it worked, the only difference was soldering on this lead, which wasn't attached properly to the ground. Apart from that, the only area we need to check is whatever has been attached new to this strip here and this section here, which kind of narrows it down a little bit. The yellow capacitor that was replaced was this one here. So those are the areas I'm going to check. Oh, and this resistor here. I can't see me making a mistake there. It's very, very straightforward. And there's probably a little tab where the old resistor came off. So those are what I'll check against the schematic and see if I've made any mistakes. If I can't find any mistakes, and then we have to start looking at components then, see if components are blown or something's happened to them. And then maybe we'll get our medium wave back working again. So I'm going to do that next. I'm not going to film doing it. And if I find anything, I'll let you know. Alright, so that's my plan of thinking for the moment. Right. I've been probing around these transistors, thinking that maybe transistors aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing with the oscilloscope. And I'm still not convinced that is the problem yet. I've looked under the chassis, I've looked at all the work that I've done, comparing it with the schematic, checking off the parts as I go. I still can't find anything wrong. I'm really scratching my head at the moment. It did go quiet, and I found by moving these up and down, there might have been a dry joint here, so I touched that up, but that's not really solved our problem. We still got what looks like medium wave, or VHF or FM, whatever you want to call it. I'm scratching my head now. I really haven't a clue where to go with this at the moment. Again, run out of time. I just don't know at the moment. So just carry on and see what we can shake loose with this. Okay, I'll get back to you later. I'm going to have to get ready for work. I've got sandwiches to make. Run out of time again. I've got a short day tomorrow, but I am off, so I'll have a look at this tomorrow. That'll be Sunday. But that'll be Sunday the 20th. Sorry, the 21st. Because I have a load of videos before this to release before I get here. Alright, so today is Saturday the 20th, tomorrow will be the 21st. I'll have a look tomorrow and I'll see what we can see then. Better spend a bit more time on it and get a bit more radical with this. Okay, I'll get back to you later. Bye for now.